Good money, baby. It's your girl Diamond. I'm back with another bag talk. I'm sitting here with my girl LaKeisha Stringer, aka Pure K. Everything is Pure K. I love Pure K. Everything you do, the Pure K kids, the Pure K nails. What else Pure K you got going?
Thank you. Right now that's what I have, just the nails and the daycare going on. I got other projects going on right now. I'm not gonna say too much about it, but
yeah, that you're working on.
Yeah,
that's what's
it's
up.
not the end.
Right. So before we went live, we were just kind of talking about like generational family dynamics when it comes to money, stuff that we learned when we were kids that kind of made our mindset limited about money. So share some of your childhood experiences, things that you learned from your mom and your dad, money behaviors. They can be good or bad, but just things that you want to share with the people.
Well, first, probably the worst thing I learned was spend your money. It ain't going with you when you die. And I learned that from my mama. Like, she was like, she made it. She had it. Like, you can never say she was without it, but it was just the point. Like, and once she got it, she spent it. And that was just...
What did your mom do for a living?
She did mostly like factory work, restaurant work, and stuff, like managerial work and stuff like that. So she had money. Like, she kept at least 2 jobs or more, whatever she needed. But the saving part, it just wasn't there. It wasn't there.
So when it came to savings, what kind of, like, how did she say it? Did she say save your money, or did she give strategies, or how did that go?
Actually, like as we got older, you know, as she got older and started learning stuff, I guess she started being like, save your money and stuff like that. But other than that, that was just her motto, and that's what we saw. So we misused money a lot coming up. It don't matter, like, we'll hear from other family members, like, pay yourself first. Like, we heard that from great uncles and aunties, save your money.
Did you ever know what that mean, though?
Well, my great uncle, he would sit down and talk to you and explain stuff and tell you how to do stuff. You know, same with my granny. She did stuff too, but my granny, she worked until the day she died. So
how old was she when she died?
My granny, I think she was in her early 60s. Okay. She was in her early 60s, but she tried to teach us money strategies and stuff like that, but she didn't have it, you know, all together either, because she was from down south. She came up here to work and stuff like that. So really all she knew was work. Of course, she knew how to have her money to live, but it was no real savings, except for my granny. She did have like insurance policies, stuff like that, but that was it.
So did she, what was I gonna say? Because I know a lot of times, especially in our community, we're told save your money for a rainy day, but you're not really taught how or where to put your money.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, okay, what do that mean? It's just words to you. Nobody really give you strategies on how to do things and, you know, financial things like that. But did anybody put a fear in you when it comes to money? Like, saying things about money, or how, like, their behaviors? Did it make you afraid of money?
It did, but at the same time, it did, but it didn't, because it was just like, when we was coming up, we didn't have strategies. So once we got older, we kind of like put together what we knew, or learned, or heard somebody say, or, you know, if we felt like we was going to do a little more research on it, you know, to try to come up with stuff. But I don't think, for me, I don't think it was a fear of money, because my mother, she didn't make it fearful. She was like, you just can't take it.
She was just making it.
Yeah. So
is your mom still living? Okay, good.
Yeah, and that's one we got to work at. We'll make the money, make the money. But the saving part, it's it's a struggle.
Did she have a 401k with her jobs? Because you said she had multiple jobs.
No. I don't think so. I don't think it was till like we got older and she started getting different jobs that she had a 401k to, put into, or she'll work a factory job or something to where they really not doing a 401k or nothing like that.
So I know you said you had 6 siblings by your mom. Well, is that including you? Okay, so 5 siblings and 2 of them passed away, so it's 4 y'all left, right? Did y'all ever, when you were younger, sit down at the table or just have like financial discussions as a group? Okay. And we didn't really, when I was growing up, we didn't really have the discussions about money. I did hear like, save your money for a rainy day. But we didn't talk about 401ks or investments.
Exactly, because then when we was coming up, we was out, certain stuff was grown folks' business. So you didn't sit there and discuss finances and all that stuff with kids, because how they looked at you ain't old enough to get a job, so well, I'm discussing finances with you for, but I need to make this money and take care of you. So I think that was more so what it was when we was coming up with our families and stuff like that. And then not only that, like, if she wasn't taught from her parents how to save money, because I'm going to say it, my grandmother, she didn't save money. She worked jobs. She didn't have a 401k. My grandfather, he was in the army and stuff like that. He had the money and he saved the money, but for all he knows is for his kids, he was doing, giving. So it wasn't no money saving strategies and nothing like that going on there either. So
was your grandfather so your grandmother, she worked and your grandfather worked? Okay, good. So when your grandfather passed away, he passed away, did he had life insurance and stuff like that? He had
life insurance. Yeah, he had his benefits from VA and all that stuff. Yeah, he did. Okay. He had that. My grandmother, she went first. So she had life insurance, to which went over to my grandfather when she passed away. They were still legally married. And then, like, when he passed away, and then that was it.
Okay, yeah. So as an adult now, do you have any kind of financial discussions with your kids?
Well, I don't have any kids.
Oh, I'm tripping. My bad.
No,
but you got family that rely on you. So like, and we kind of touched on this before we went live. Like you kind of like hold up family members and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like
it's like
they depend on you.
Yeah, cause like even though we all go work and stuff like that, we'll do that. But I'm more so like my mother. Like, I got more than one way that I make money. Hustle. I can't rely on solely one income, like just period. But now, like, I've come across so much money, but I don't have what I need to show for it, because we all fall short. I struggle with that saving part, and it's hard, especially when you as old as I am, trying to go back, unlearn everything that now you didn't realize as an adult. That don't even make sense. And then turn around and learn the right way to do it, or the smart way to do things.
And that's a good point, because I think that's why a lot of people fight me when I bring certain topics to the table when it comes to money and stuff, because it's like, it's foreign to us, it's new to us. And it took me getting into the law field and the finance field to actually realize, like, damn, we've been doing this wrong for a very long time. And as bad as I want to see our people doing good, I don't even think I would see it in my lifetime, like, changes. I think it'll have to start with, like, my son, he's 7. So, like, their generation to really start doing. But what kind of, so, like, the main thing is just discipline and saving, right?
Yes, that you gotta have discipline. You gotta have it. But if you I feel like this, and that's with anything. If you don't have discipline in your life, period, it's gonna be a struggle trying to have discipline in one area and you don't have it everywhere else or anywhere else. That's a big struggle right there. So
yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like once you it's really good when you realize it, like, okay, we've been doing this wrong, now let's get on it. So like what part do you feel like you want to know more about, or what can help you with your discipline? Like, do you have a budget?
like that's what I just started doing, like the budgeting and all that stuff, like because like you say, it's something foreign, and we gonna be honest, when you hit a certain age or when you've done certain things or seen something or something that's a norm to you, we, to be honest, we don't like change. We don't like change. We'll resist it, fight it, no matter how good it is for us. We'll fight to the end.
Yep.
And then till we be like, I done had enough. Okay, now I'm finna go with it. Like,
yeah. I mean, I feel like sometimes you don't really put action towards the things you want to do until something bad happens.
Right.
But I feel like it shouldn't take something bad happening for us to want to do better. You know what I'm saying? So budgeting is a good thing. Do you feel like your money is like, do you feel like the month lasts more than your money?
Not for me.
Okay, that's good then.
I don't feel like that.
Okay, so you got room to actually create a savings. I know you don't work for an employer, but you can start yourself a Roth IRA. And a Roth IRA is a retirement account that's after tax dollars. So money that you already have that you made, and you can put that into a Roth IRA. And then also you can start like an emergency savings account. And I always suggest a high yielding, like not just a traditional bank. My phone on 5%, but we getting it in. People looking and stuff. So this is a good start for the conversation. But not just a traditional bank, because they don't really give you interest on your money. But like a high yield savings account that's like 4%, 5%, because traditional banks gonna give you like 0.01. Where you can have like 4 points. You always want to have a whole number in front of the decimal, if that makes sense.
Right.
But what else do you think? And then other people that's watching, like if you want to bring up something, because a lot of people, they don't like, especially our people, we don't like talking about money. That's like taboo. Like, hold up, we can talk about relationships all day. Everybody an expert on relationships.
We take money very personal.
Yeah, but we don't want to talk about money. We don't want to talk about. But when you think about it, money and relationships go hand in hand.
They do.
You could be losing a lot of your money because you're investing in this relationship that's probably not going to go anywhere. So I like people to be informed on the decisions that they're making. And I always say, if you ain't got your money together, then relationships should probably be on the back burner. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, everybody want to be loved. I get it. Right. But I don't know. I mean, we've all experienced relationships, but we, especially in our community, we haven't experienced having that comfort in our finances where we can focus on building quality relationships. Because that's one less problem. Money being a problem, that's one less problem. Now you can focus on, okay, how are you? Can I get to know you? Like, I don't need you in a relationship, because some people be in relationships because they need them. They need a place to stay. They need a car to drive, or they need something. What else before my phone go dead? We just went live real quick. We up here, we at my office, y'all, and we just talking about finances. And I like having conversations like this with other people to get other people's opinion and see where their mindset is at. But collectively as a whole, it helps us when we recognize that we've been doing something wrong our whole life. We haven't been taught these things. School isn't going to teach you these things, so we can get over it. School not going to teach you this. But you know, we could all collab and get the information. And the part is just putting the stuff into action. You know, you got to start building those habits and it'll get greater. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so even if you
right.
have to start small, saving a small amount,
Mm-hmm.
but the point is making that like the back of your mind, like, oh, I got to put this up. Period.
Right.
And that way, once you start coming across bigger amounts of money, then you know it's like second nature.
Right.
Well, I can put up more because you already in the habit of doing it.
Right.
Anything else? My phone on like 4%. It might go dead. Mm-hmm. Did you want to say anything else when it come to money or anything that sparked your interest when I be making those posts, my bag talk posts? Anything in particular?
Yeah, we ain't got time for that, but yeah, it was that whole relationship and finances thing, because I really wanted to talk about that and that whole 50,
and we gonna talk
stuff.
about that private, like just more personal. But like the generational, so many people who come into money, like now we make more money than ever. You know what I'm saying? Like we're better off financially, but the problem is we don't know how to hold on to it. We don't know how to manage it, and we make poor decisions. And although we could be making an income, we could still be poor because we don't know how to manage the money. Right. And then like, say for instance, you become a millionaire, but nobody in your family never been there. Now the expectation is that you have to take care of everybody. Right, exactly. And a lot of our people got that mindset that, okay, you got it, so you supposed to hold. I remember Fantasia. She had it hard because she was first generation millionaire in her family. So like she bought a big house for all her family to move in, and she went broke because she was trying to feed everybody. And you know, so I made a post the other day that was saying, like, are you going to pass the generational wealth up or down? And we got it bad because we thinking we supposed to go back and take care of our parents. But our parents' job was to set it up to where they pass it down to us. So why would we pass it up? Right. You know, we want to pass it down to our...
Because what are you passing down to your children?
Exactly. They won't have nothing.
Exactly.
And that creates the cycle again. So, this just a little something I enjoy. You know, I always love talking about stuff like this because we don't learn it at school, and a lot of people may not have a lot to say about it, but at least it sparks their interest, and they could start just being more conscious and aware of it. You know, that is,
and just be honest with yourself about your money situation. You know your money situation if you don't want to tell nobody, but just be honest with yourself about it. That's the only way you're gonna correct a lot of this stuff or do what you need to do. Just being honest with yourself,
or just being like a financial counselor or a financial therapist or a financial advisor. You have to be honest with them so that they can help you.
Exactly, that too. That's what I'm saying. Just being honest in the whole period. Yeah, because it starts with being honest with yourself about your finances. You know?
Yeah, and it's nothing to be ashamed about because we come from basically the same thing. Like it's a generational curse. Right. You know what I'm saying? That nobody talks about finances. It's a taboo. But when I search and research other cultures and other races and nationalities, and it's an exception to every rule, but they for the most part do things in a more traditional way than we do. So I'm really studying like the psychological processes that other cultures have when it's around things like relationships and money and stuff like that. So it's more than just having the money. It's the mindset around it. Right. I know a lot of us, we penny pinch. We're cheap. We're tight, whatever you want to call it. But you got to realize that that's the energy and the attitude that you have towards money. So you may be like that all your life, and then pass down that same type of attitude and behavior to your kids.
Right.
Do you plan on having kids?
It's up in the air right now, but
girl, in this economy, I wouldn't advise.
Well, I'm trying to get myself together.
Exactly.
Pop along somewhere.
Yeah. And that's another thing. Like, we be having these kids with no money. What is going on?
I just gave somebody a figure today how much per year it take to take care of a child.
And daycare hella expensive. How much do you charge for your services?
$200 a week.
Okay. Hey, that's about right too. $200 a week. Yes. So that's $2, $4, $6, $800 a month, and that's just one child. Do you charge by the age group too, though? So like infants, toddlers.
Yeah. So it's the age group, and then I do like if it's a sibling group. So I turn around and do a sibling group discount, but still. People still look at me and like, yeah,
I can't afford it. Yeah.
Man.
Have you got it to where you get state assistance? You can accept state assistance and stuff. That's good.
Yeah, but people get that wrong too. Like with the state assistance, state don't pay that much for your kid, and you got to still be able to pay what the state don't pay.
Right?
And that's a very